Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, blogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments, vlogs such as
5 Minutes with the G,
The Straight Shooting View,
Coaching with JBK,
audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Podomatic, Spotify,
Mixcloud
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook
and our official website www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat,
the pitch is where we sleep,
and the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
History that we're here to witness today is absolutely crucial for the exposure of grassroots football and for these two teams, Old Carthusians of the Arthurian League and Winchmore Hill of the SAL, the first SAL Cup Final that's been live streamed.
I'm going far. I have no brakes, didn't have them from the start. Oh, you can complain, saying everything's hard. I'll wave as I touch the stars. Move out my way. I have no brakes, though. Oh, you can complain.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Straight Shootin LJA and
I am the Gman.
Are down here at the SAL Senior Cup Final, the 2021 Senior Cup Final.
Hi everyone, I'm Kieran Pearce, first team captain for Winchmore Hill.
I'm Alex Fenton, I'm the centre forward for the Old Carthusians.
Hi, I'm Daryl, referee of the SAL Senior Cup Final and working at the Amateur FA as Football Services and Referee Development Officer.
There will be obviously a lot of teams that are kind of unknowns to you guys, being from the Arthurian League. How important do you think the character you showed against West Wickham, especially with their reputation in the SAL Senior Cup, how important do you think that is, and will you be calling upon that same level of character today?
Yeah, call on Istanbul, 3-3 and pennos, that's the way it's got to be.
Winchmore Hill, 2017-18 SAL Cup winners of obviously the Senior Cup. You beat Polytechnic 2-1 in that final. Will you be calling on that experience in this final as well?
Exactly that. We want to approach the game in a very similar way, in which we were very tight and compact, grabbed a goal. It's playing how you play cup football. So you know how they say when you're away in the Champions League, you don't go out to try and win 4-5-0, do you? You just want to nick a goal and then just try and ride that through.
The character we've got, the team we've got, we know exactly how to play, how we will play, and we'll concentrate on ourselves and come away with a winner, I reckon.
No,
I hope.
It's confident.
Hopefully there's not too much rust and both teams just go out there and try and win the cup.
I think the game will start probably like a five-a-side game. Like if you've ever played five-a-side, like people come out straight out the blocks, don't they? And then once fitness comes into it, everyone sort of slows down and the game starts. So I think it would be natural. It might be a bit ding-dong at the beginning, people running around, a few challenges will go in, and then it'll probably be back to the football.
They know exactly how they're going to play. They'll come out hard. It's a cup final, so will we.
I'm hoping for just a good open game.
We tend to come into our own at the back end of games. All three of our previous games, we've scored goals in the last 5 minutes, a bit like Daniel Farke, Norwich.
If it's a tight match and there's a scrappy goal, I'll take it, but I want to see a worldie, keep getting lobbed from halfway line or something like that.
So yeah, I'm confident, and there's nothing to be scared about with them, I don't think.
The COVID-19 pandemic, obviously we're still within it, we're not quite out of it yet. How was that and the stop-start nature of the season affected you as a club? Has it kind of made you put a lot more emphasis and focus on the cups than you would usually do? Or
we had a bit of a strange one with the Arthur Dunn Cup. And sort of COVID-inflicted issues there. And I think that it's given us a sort of renewed focus to make sure that we took this cup really, really seriously and did the absolute utmost to get to a final, because there's a few of us getting on, myself included. And, these are the days that you play football for, being interviewed by the big man, by the side of the pitch before the game. And hopefully, if we perform how we can, lifting the trophy afterwards.
It's been a very stop-start season for like the last 2 seasons. We've seen leagues null and voided. Has that kind of forced you or resulted in Winchmore Hill putting more focus on the cups than you would in a normal season?
Oh, completely. I mean, since we've come back, it's almost been like win to play for us.
This year, teams will want to win the cup more than probably previous years. Not because it's of less importance, but because, as you say, there's not a lot of football around. So they're now suddenly going, right, actually, we're one of the few teams that can go away and at least get our name on the programme and be able to say we won that cup in a very difficult year.
You can see their spectators around. These players look really up for it. How important do you think that is to grassroots football and this, as I said, these two teams?
Well, it's absolutely massive. As you know yourself, through being playing for Ibis, and that things have been disrupted for people around the country, around the world, where just linking up with friends just to play football at the park below this level, has been interrupted. So for these players who are used to coming here like every Saturday or maybe a Sunday, midweek games as well, this just gives them some hope.
It's a very special year to do the cup final, especially with all that's happened. But yeah, it should be a good game.
It's great to see the game back in not necessarily quite full effect yet, but hopefully we're coming to some semblance of normality. What would winning the SAL Senior Cup today mean to yourself personally and also to Winchmore Hill as a club?
To me personally, it would mean a lot as my first year as captain. It'd be a great achievement for us, especially because we've had a few difficult years over the last 3 or 4 seasons, maybe not doing as well as we should.
Playing in external cups and winning them is what it's all about. I think for us, we've, as I said, Usain Bolt of our Shelley and Fraser Price of our own leagues, and then to come and win something external is what it's all about, really.
Bring the squad together and will hopefully then put us in good stead for the next few years. As a club, it's actually our 100th year.
Oh, cool.
So it's our anniversary year.
Would you rather score the first goal or the last goal? Because you've gotten the last goal.
I'd prefer us to win. I don't care. I don't have a great scoring record in finals, so I'd prefer to do the normal, which is not to score and we win. So that's the ideal scenario.
If we can mark the occasion by winning the senior side, winning this trophy, that would be fantastic, and be able to take that back to the clubhouse today would be great for everyone.
I'm hoping for a good contest, and it really, really should be. It should be one of them you can't take your eyes off. Any nerves ahead of today's game?
I'm much more nervous about doing this than I am playing football.
In a cup final, you got to use that to your advantage. You got to use the adrenaline to get another 10% out of yourself. So yeah, of course, but it's not nothing that I'm worried about. It's a cup final. You got to be a bit nervous, otherwise you're not human, right?
No, fair play. I always think if you haven't got nerves, it doesn't mean anything to you.
Sure.
That's my take on it. Any nerves ahead of today's game, being that you're going to be the man in the middle?
Do you know what? No, I wouldn't say nerves. I'd say I've been officiating on the SAL for 10 years now, so getting the Senior Cup Final is a great honour and a great privilege. So in a way, it's 10 years of hard work coming onto the pitch to be able to make sure that we as a team today with Daryl and Daniel and Abby to be able to perform at the best of our ability and show why we've been appointed.
Obviously a little overcast today. Do you think the weather is going to have any sort of impact, especially if the heavens open?
No, not really. It's a nice pitch. It's at the end of the day, it's an easy pitch to get the ball down and play, and even if it rains, it's not going to be disastrous, I don't think.
Would you say that your mantra is kind of that, get that first goal and really just kind of tighten everything up? Would that be fair to say? You're kind of 1-0 Winchmore Hill is your mantra?
I'd say so. Get that first goal and then dig our heels in, and then just say to them, what have you got? And then if we can, invite them on, and then you never know, on the break or on the counter we might grab a second.
Any predictions for today?
I don't think I'm going to offer any predictions. I'm going to hopefully offer predictions that it doesn't rain. That's about it.
I think Winchmore Hill 1-0 win.
1-0? Okay. Who's going to score it?
Me, Penn. Realistically, Alex Bexon.
Sound confident? Sound very confident?
I'm a very confident young guy. I'm not young.
Carthusians coming down the left, cuts back in, dips in the cross, and there's a wonderful header and a great save there. As Winchmore Hill kind of on the ropes, and then, keeper's done well there in the end. Long throw in, causing all sorts of problems for Winchmore. Just trying to get it clear and the volley back in well wide. Winchmore come down the left-hand side with their number 10. It's nicely done by Jamie Doyle, and unlucky as the attack. It looked like it broke down, but it didn't. And Doyle gets the shot off, but just over. Winchmore coming down the left again, and that's just a hopeful hoof up, but it looks like Fenton could get onto that, and he's fouled. Fenton fouled there. That'll be a free kick. Free kick coming in from Cameron, causes all sorts of problems. It's gone right up into the air. And the goalkeeper seems to be having a trouble. And then, the referee's blown for a foul. Headed up into the air. That's nicely done there. Nicely done by Pearce. Cuts inside, Pearce gets it back. Nice little ball over the top on the left-hand side. And that's an easy foul there. That'll be a free kick to Winchmore Hill. Free kick coming in from the right-hand side. Keeper gets his fist to it, cleared out. Not too far. Then the shot comes. Oh no, that's a post. And then, we're going out wide. And then, just couldn't get onto the end of it, Doyle. Coming down the left again, Old Carthusians. Having a lot of joy down here. Cuts inside. It's very neatly done. Slotted off into the middle. One more pass just outside the edge of the box. And speculative shot way over. Has Winchmore coming down, and it's neatly done again. Pearce with a lovely looking ball into the box, and worrying for Carthusians there. It's neatly done coming down the left. That's a great run. It's not a bad ball. Cut out. The volley cut back out as well. Winchmore still haven't got it clear. Coming back down the left yet again, and that's a nice ball in from Hornby to the far post. That header's easily caught. Carthusians switching it. Beddoes trying to switch it from left to right, and that'll be a corner. Corner ball comes in. It's headed just wide. And that will be half time. Teams going in at 0-0. We'll have half time analysis shortly, but we'll be back right after these short messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages,
the brand new Pitch Talk website is here.
www.pitch-talk.com.
Straight Shootin LJA,
the Gman,
JBK,
welcome you to the new one-stop shop
for Pitch Talk content.
Check out our
Meet the Team page
for information about the Pitch Talk co-hosts,
podcast page for our podcasts,
and our RSS feed as well. Vlogs and videos page for links to
special feature segments, vlogs such as
5 Minutes with the G,
the Straight Shootin View,
Coaching with JBK,
blogs,
and the contact page to get in touch with us.
The Pitch is where we eat,
the pitch is where we sleep,
and the pitch is where we talk.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution.
Check out the official Pitch Talk website,
www.pitch-talk.com. Straight Shootin LJA and
the G-Man,
here for your halftime analysis of the Senior Cup Final, the SAL Senior Cup Final, the 2021 variation. You're one of the sponsors of today's match. Tell us what it means to sponsor the SAL Senior Cup Final.
It's a league I've played in for 15 years, and I think approaching the stage of vets football, I think my career's come to a point where I can offer that. So yeah, it's a great honour.
Carthusians, to be honest, they have been the better team, but I don't think either team have had as many chances as they could have had, like shots. They've done a lot of crosses, but not many shots.
It's been tight. It's been tense, but Carthusians have definitely had the better of it. I mean, they've had a couple almost cleared off the line. I mean, they've been getting down the flanks very, very well. There is space out wide for both teams to exploit, I think, and Carthusians look to be the ones exploiting it more, especially down there right.
I overheard a bit of what you were saying around the width that Carthusians are offering. I think that's exposing things through the centre. There's a chap at number 4 for them called Henry Bliss, who seems to have a great ability to link up. Mm-hmm. So as Carthusians spread wider and create gaps in the centre, if he can link up better with their centre forward, it'll be much more effective for them.
Winchmore seemed more comfortable to sit back and let Carthusians play in front of him, which, to be honest, it seems to be suiting Carthusians a bit better because they like to play it out from the back.
Winchmore, again, you identified rightly that they're so well organised. They've got 2 great banks of 4 there, and if Winchmore get it, it's going to be probably a counter-attacking goal that comes through the wing, and perhaps knocked in.
I think the first goal is going to win it. It's a cliche, but the first 10 minutes or so are going to be absolutely crucial. If Carthusians get it, I think that potentially opens the floodgates, because then Winchmore Hill have to chase the game.
They might have had more possession, but again, I said, like, both teams, they haven't had any real clear-cut chances to me. And when a game's like that, anything could happen. Do you get me? Like, Winchmore could come in the second half, get an early goal, and then they could just flood the back and just cut out Carthusians from having any sort of attempts on goal and then win the game.
I'm excited to see what comes in the second half.
Number 14, has been for Carthusians, has been my favourite player so far. He's been excellent. He's got great feet. He's quite nippy, and he's like really direct. And on this left-hand side, he's really trying to push to get the ball into the box.
I think Winchmore need to use their width a bit better. But Carthusians, it's just about getting that end product right. And if they get that end product right, there's goals in it.
I want it to go to penalties. I would love it to go to penalties. No, just for the extended game. Okay. And then, 5 goals at least. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, well, that's if the goalkeepers aren't absolutely terrific. Yeah. But I'm thinking like what you're saying. If whoever scores the first goal could open the floodgates, and I think it could be something like 2-1.
Just based on that first half, I think the first goal literally nicks it. Second half here as Carthusians look comfortable on the ball, but that's a risky back pass and it could be in. That's a great save there. Carthusians living dangerously there. Header one by Carthusians. Oh, it is broken. Fortunately, it's a great ball down their left flank. And can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. And put right into the bottom left-hand corner. Pinpoint finish there from Old Carthusians, and it's what they've deserved. They've been on top most of the game, had the possession, and that is just a lovely finish right there from Tim Downs. 1-0 to Old Carthusians in this final. Carthusians again on the attack, and that's nicely done. And Roach on this right-hand side, what can he do? Cuts it in, gets it back. That's a lovely give and go, and unlucky there. Cleared out for a corner. As the corner comes in, keeper punches it straight over. He looked worried there. And as Carthusians come down the right-hand side with Garrard, it's a good ball in, not bad, and then Roach gets it after it's cleared, not cleared very far. And Roach wins the corner for Carthusians. And the corner comes in, and Beddoes makes it 2-0. The skipper gets his goal. Completely unmarked there at the far post. It was a lovely corner in, little flick on, and then Beddoes with a nice little volley into the roof of the net. 2-0 Carthusians on 59 minutes. Throw in from the right hand side for Carthusians, held up nicely there. That's a nice turn inside, and Roach causing all sorts of problems again. Can he get across it? He does. It slow, it's cut out, and then well wide by Downs. Long kick out and headed on, and that's nicely done, and we're in again. Oh, the keeper's made a mistake, and that makes it 3, just to compound that misery for Winchmore Hill. 3-0 in stoppage time. Well, Carthusians really putting Winchmore Hill to the sword here with that third goal. Keeper came rushing out, and it's an unfortunate mistake. It was a brilliant flick on there, but he's just unfortunate there, and then just slotted in nice and easily by Fraser Payne to make it 3. All over now, surely. Literally seconds left, and there's the final whistle. Old Carthusians run out 3-0 winners against Winchmore Hill in this SAL Senior Cup Final, the 2021 edition. And you've got to say they've been deserved winners. They've had a lot of the possession, a lot of the ball throughout this game. Great performance. Bob Leeds presents the trophy. Skipper Anthony Beddoes coming to pick it up. And there's your champions, Old Carthusians, the Arthurian League side who have come and won the SAL Senior Cup. Congratulations to Old Carthusians. 2021 SAL Cup winners, and deservedly so. Great performances throughout. Guys, how does it feel to win the SAL Senior Cup in 2021? How does it feel?
It's great, big man. It feels really good, and to be stood here next to our captain, fantastic, with the worst haircut in
It's good, isn't
SAL history.
You didn't have a great deal to do, Daryl, but you had to give out a couple of cards, but it didn't degenerate into any sort of tetchy game. But how did you feel about not just your performance, but the performance of the two sides in terms of fair play?
I thought both teams played in really, really good spirits. Really, really good to work with. Obviously, we've had a couple of yellow cards and a red card. But even so, everyone seemed to play in really great spirits, and it was quite a pleasure to referee, really.
After the first 15 minutes, when it was all a little bit nervy, we got a foot on the ball and controlled it, and it really felt from about 15-20 minutes in that we were in control of the game. It was almost a matter of time. We kept telling ourselves a matter of time. We'll just keep relaxing, keep playing, the goal will come.
I thought Winchmore were always up against it, to be honest. I've seen the quarter-final and semi-final of Carthusians, and they were a truly exceptional amateur team. They went down in the quarter-finals to 10 men, lost their goalkeeper to a red card at 0-0 and won that 1-0. Semi-final, they took on probably the best team at the minute in the SAL, West Wickham, and scored two last-minute equalisers, 90th minute, 120th minute, and won on penalties. Now that takes some guts, and they've got that in abundance.
I thoroughly enjoyed it, but walking off another cup final, no goals for me, but a team win is all you can ask for. So
and a goal for me, which never happens these days. Never happens. A swinger.
Yeah, well, we really enjoyed it and love the SAL Cup.
What more do you think Winchmore Hill could have done? I said based on the first half and then seeing the goals go in, did you think that they needed to commit more bodies forward? What more do you think Winchmore could have done to really take the game to Carthusians at 1-0, let alone 2-3? Because Carthusians did seem generally pretty comfortable at the back.
The number 9, unfortunately, was he was just a bit off the ball, and despite the fact that it was dry the whole game, he just couldn't really hold it up and let it go. There were one or two times when he did, but it was unfortunate that he couldn't hold it up, bring that support through.
Their 9 was decent, caused us a few problems, but we didn't really get the ball. So actually, I felt quite confident and composed all the way through.
I think Winchmore, maybe we just didn't see it because they didn't have opportunity or didn't apply it, but they didn't seem to have the pace on the wings that you really want when you're playing that counter-attacking style or have to play it. Maybe they didn't expect to have to play it. But you'd have thought that at least on the bench they'd give themselves that option. So, they've obviously got a little bit more to think about, and when they come back next year, they'll hopefully be stronger with it.
From your perspectives, what did you do differently in the second half? Because you had chances in the first half, and it looked like Winchmore Hill were happy to sit and let you play in front of them. What was the difference? Was it just that final ball, just that kind of...
We took the top scorer off. No, I think what we said at half-time was... we're outplaying these guys, let's just keep doing what we're doing and try and turn the tempo up 15-20%, and we did that, I think. Move the ball quicker.
A bit quicker. We felt like we could win at half time, and moving the ball a bit quicker, playing to our strengths, which is getting in behind, and ultimately that was the first goal, and I think the second was a corner, but the first one was in behind, the third one was in behind.
Did you think that the first goal was going to turn the game?
Yeah, and again, following on from that, you'd think probably Winchmore needed to score first. So yeah, unfortunately, as soon as you think Carthusians have got the noses in front, they know how to protect a 1-0. The fact is then they can hit you on the break as well.
I think if they'd have scored first, it would have been a very, very tough game. That's their game plan. Score one, sit back, defend for our lives. So that first goal was massively important.
Unfortunately, I thought Winchmore were going to have a tough game today. They had a few chances, Winchmore, and they had chances to have chances, but at the same time, Carthusians, if you give them a chance, they're going to take it. They're lethal up front, but not only that, they know how to protect a lead, and again, a clean sheet today wasn't a surprise to me. They are exceptionally good at that.
How important is it for the exposure of the league, do you think it is, to have non-member sides invited and included?
It grows the competition, but also it gives members who maybe win quite a lot the opportunity to be a bit more competitive and to play sides that maybe they don't know too much about.
We'll be back next year,
for sure,
as long as we're invited, and we'd love to defend it.
Do you think Carthusians are going to be coming back next year and competing again? We did ask them, but would you like to see them in again?
Of course I would, yes. I mean, the whole thing about the SAL is to make sure that everything's as thank you. Everything is as competitive as it can be. So I'm hopeful that Carthusians will come back, and let's hope that there's some people that are able to raise their game against them.
We're very sort of grateful winners, given we're an external club. So yeah, thank you very much to everyone.
Are you going to join the SAL?
So
We're not allowed to answer that.
It's a really good question. And what I can tell you is that both Fenny and I are huge fans of the league. We'd absolutely love to come and play against the best teams every week, but it's not just our decision, unfortunately. So
See what happens.
We'll see what happens.
We had quite a few people. We've got quite a few people here today. How important do you think that is to the SAL as a league and also grassroots football in general?
I think everyone's happy to see the spectators back, the fans. It's nice to hear people on the sidelines enjoying themselves. Agreeing, disagreeing, shouting, screaming. Within reason. Anyway, it's good to get back to some sort of normality. Although everyone's outside and it's still sort of COVID secure. But no, it's been good to see people back and watching football.
As the sponsor of today, as Financing Sport, how proud were you of today's match, and how proud are you in general of the SAL? Being that, just like myself, you've been a player for a number of years as well. How proud does it make you to see such a well-contested final?
To see days like today where you've got the traditional setting, 11-a-side Senior Cup. I think the SAL is in good hands right now, and I'm very proud to support it.
It was always history in the making. This is the first SAL Cup final that's ever been live streamed. I have been straight at Shootin LJA for Pitch Talk and also for the Southern Amateur League. Spread the word, support grassroots football. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us, people.
I'm going far. I have no brakes, didn't have them from the start. Oh, you can complain, say it